Hello everyone, and welcome on back to First Light. Now, in the last video, we just did a little catch-up tour where I kind of showed you around the place, and I am thinking for this episode that we get straight back into expansion. I have been thinking quite a lot about this little plot of land right here. You can see I've been terraforming out. Now, as you may have heard in the tour, I had a lot of fun designing, well, not designing, but building and using those little sunflower banners in the Susie and Jones place, way up over there on the hill. That one over there with the berry bushes on the, on the awning. I loved getting to use those sunflower banners in the build and thought, I should make a little banner making shop where I'm able to construct and store a bunch of my favorite banners I find that I can then use for decor all around the place, which is this little spot I've flattened out right here. I'm so excited to be adding to the town again because it has been way too long, and I thought because it is just going to be a small build, nothing too fancy, it would be great to also chip away at another little piece. At another little piece in town where we can do our greenhouse upgrade today, I'm thinking, which I've started digging out this little cave. I think I want to keep it quite natural, at least in this upper section, and maybe bring some like wood and warm tones into these walls here. But this is just going to be a little too high flower farm where I'm able to get a lot of the dyes that I'm going to be needing over at the banner makers. I thought they tied in really well, they're pretty close to each other. So that is what we're going to be doing in today's episode. Now I think I'm gonna go gather up some materials and then we can start in on building this little banner making shop. Alright, so I have been doing some basic kind of planning of this banner maker's shop, and this is the basic shape that I think I want to work with. It's the basic block palette of the brew house up on the hill there. It's bringing in that stone trim roof, the spruce, the dark oak, and we've got this little front awning section for the shop, as well as this almost tower piece looming up above. Now I'm not sure if I want to lower that section down a block or not. I might try it, I'm not too sure, but this is the basic shape I'm going to work with. I think I'll fill in a little bit of these banner sections, but it's going to have this like little front external shop, and customers can kind of come in here and browse the wares in here. There'll be like a little something just brought across here, so the shopkeeper will kind of be in this section with free roam. And probably their job block out here, so they'll come out here to work during the day. This little front stall segment, and then this inner shop as well, with access up into the tower where they can store a bunch more banners. And I was just about to be bringing in, let's see how this goes. Yeah, that's fine. To be bringing in some of these barrels as our little, we want, I think, the support to go here, which, yes, I'm wasting logs. Do I care enough to go get them? No. I'm too lazy for that. But I think if we just do something like this, a very, very simple, basic pattern up here in this roof section, that is going to work out perfectly fine. Now, we do have these exposed. Oh, I'm missing my spruce stairs. That's what I'm missing for that segment. That's alright. We're gonna come on down here as well and just repeat the same thing. Bring in some of these barrels to fill in these gaps in the roof. Right over here as well. And then I'm gonna get some more, repeat it over there. And then I think we'll start in on the texturing. Now for the texturing on this build, I'm going to bring out a pop-out log there. That's not going to stay like that. I'm thinking I'll just bring some spruce logs into all the spruce faces, stripped spruce logs, and then do what I usually do and break up the roof. Probably, again, a similar style to that, and then the stone texturing as well. All very similar block palette, I think, to the brew house I want to bring across over here. So I will bring you back once the texturing is done, and then I think we'll get started on the greenhouse before I walk you through everything with the final details in. Alright, so coming back in here, I have been chipping away a bit more at this build and at its texturing. We are almost up to the final part, which is just going to be bringing in the details and doing up the interior, but I just love what we've come up with so far. It's so cute and it's going to add so much to the town, just having a whole nother build here. And as you can see, I've just brought the spruce logs in through. I did end up lowering this upper tower section down one, just because I really didn't want it to overpower the height of any of the bigger builds in the area. I did want it to remain a small banner making shop, so I lowered down that upper section by one before I brought in the texturing. And I've just started adding a few details, these little pop-out logs with the barrels on the end. I brought all the stone texturing through. I brought down some of these pillars. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this sign detail or if I'm going to change up these little pieces, but this is what the external bit of the build is looking like at the moment. And I've got these adorable little flower boxes and everything. I'm so excited to finish up the final details, and I did just start working the path through as well. And I've started us off with this little diorite floor and this shop front piece that will trap our villager in this section back here, which I think is super duper cute. We also started closing off this inner roof section, just bringing the stairs through and these extra little support beams to make this fun little shape here with the, of course, piece that traps the villagers and I can crouch through that I love doing. And we can come on up here. We have this little upper section that I think I will just have as a sleeping quarters and extra storage. Kind of this would be the shopkeeper's bedroom. So I think that's the plan for the interior. And oh, it is getting dark, so let me duck over here and sleep. And then I am thinking we can do the little last bit of the floor texturing together, and then we can head over and do some work on the greenhouse. So I do really like this diorite floor, but I think I just want to make this stand out quite a bit more. I want this to be a pretty bright, colorful build, and I have not used glazed terracotta in this world before. So I'm super excited to bring in these 4 little blocks I have here in my inventory and add them into the build. I think I'm going to just work this little splash of the white glazed terracotta in first off, and then I will come back through with the other pieces. I'm maybe here and here, one here, bring it maybe into the corner here as well. Something like that could be super duper fun, right? And that's just so much brighter and more colorful already, which is exactly what I wanted from this. And then I'm thinking we bring in these little bits of the blue. Oh, let me just to make it a little different. Look at that. Wow. That's so different already. I love that. And I am thinking then as well a splash of blue here, splash of blue here, and a splash of blue here. I think that'll be super cute. And then we can come through again, and in all these spots, maybe here, 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 over through again, here, here, and this one here, we'll bring in some white concrete to brighten it up. And then coming through again, was that everything? It was. I think concrete powder here, concrete powder here. And again, I got excited about the glazed terracotta and kind of put it everywhere. Let's do a powder here, and a powder here maybe. Yeah, I think we just do that. That could be very, very cute. There we go, right? Does that work? Do I need to change anything else? It is a little bit bright. I might do, what I might do is this one's our powder. Not that. Our powder. No, that's still not the powder. This one's the powder, and then this one here I think can be diorite, which means that we've got 3 diorite in a row, which I don't like. So then I will... you know what, I really don't need to be as nitpicky about my texturing as I am. No, I think a 3 of diorite is not the worst thing in the world. I think I can cope with it. And then we just have this significantly brighter, more colourful floor. Yeah, I think we can work with that. I actually really like that. And when we bring the whole interior through, I think it's just all gonna pop with the bright colours coming in. I think that's super cute. I think that's wonderful. Well, now that that last little bit of floor texturing in is in over here at the Banner Makers, I think we make our way over to the greenhouse and get started on fleshing out our little auto flower farm. Okay, I have been doing a little bit of planning down here. We are still in under the greenhouse and it is nighttime. Good to know. I've just put a little door and I've got this terrible makeshift staircase down, but I've grown some grass all over the floor and I'm just sorting out the mechanisms. And I'm thinking as well, we just put a little bedroom and crafting room back here, so I've got somewhere to sleep down here if I'm ever in the area and need to catch some Z's. And we're just finishing up all the little duplicators, so I'm just following a tutorial for this. But it seems super duper simple. So if you don't know, this is 2 dispensers. This is a dropper here going into it. So each unit of it is 2 dispensers, a dropper. You've got 2 hoppers, one of which faces from this double chest into that dropper. And the dropper is facing into this dispenser. And then the second hopper comes out of that dropper and into this second dispenser. So that's that. And then the redstone is just redstone dust on top. These 2 torches on either side, they have to have a block above them. And then I think we finish this off. I was gonna try and maybe do some terracotta in the color that the thing is. Oh, it's doing some weird stuff. Okay, is that should be it, assuming I have bone meal in there, which I don't. Oh, that's gonna be quite upsetting if it does that all the time. I mean, I can cope. I can definitely cope. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking for these little flower farms. So then the sunflower is going to be our yellow terracotta. I do not know why that sets it off. Calm down. Oh, and then over here, we've got lilac, which lilac makes pink dye. So we're going to have pink and then off and then that there. And then, of course, the rose is our red terracotta. So let's bring that in, turn that off, bring that in. Look at that. I think this is going to turn out quite nice. And then I am thinking that I will bring maybe some like dark oak or spruce into all these walls, but leave like the natural faces that aren't this particular flat face here. Same on this side. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with this end yet, but this face I will turn into like spruce or dark oak as well. And then in here, I think I'm going to properly do up the room. I wanted a higher ceiling, but which one is it? It's this one. This is actually like, that's the floor of my path up above, and that's one of the trapdoor lights in the path. So I don't want to mess with that. So our ceiling's only going to be able to be this high in the nice little bedroom down here. But I think this place is going to turn out quite cute. This is what I've got so far. That's the redstone. And now I'm going to finish decorating this whole place up and then show you the results of today's little bit of work here in First Light. Alright everyone, welcome on back. I have just been finishing up the to-do list for today's episode and we are here outside our now functional greenhouse. Now I didn't connect anything through inside. I really wanted to because I wanted a reason to come in here a bit more, but I just really didn't want to tear up the floor either. I think it's too cute in here. So instead, as you saw earlier in the episode, I dug out this little lower section, which I haven't seen this in shaders yet. Oh, I just love the shaders. Look at how warm and lush this is. This is nothing too fancy. This was just a little bit of a do-up job for the cave that I had down here. But now I have all 4 2-high flower farms. We've just got these beams coming up with these archways. There's no upper archway because of the stairs, so to kind of tie that in more, I lowered this beam by one as well, so it's like this little descending moment to tie in with the stairs a bit better. And of course I mottled up the ground as I always do. We've just got quite a bit of storage here. I think I do want to build in some kind of auto composter down here as well. But I haven't done anything like that yet. And just in through here is our little sleeping room, our bedroom, of course, a triple bed, storage unit, shelving, flowers. We have a little sink to dip our cloths and other such things in while we're down here. And we have a little crushed dye vat. This is a little dye scoop. I've got a similar thing over at the BANNERMAKERS. And these are all the colors we get from our flowers, so we can mix them and store them and make fun colors here in our little dye vat thing with the crushed dye powders. It's very scientific, I assure you. And then we have just a little bit of storage and this tiny little arch in the roof, which I really like. I'm really happy with how this little room came out. I think this is super cute. Anyway, a little mottled carpet and everything as well. And I haven't done a roof like this, but I was picturing something kind of similar down in the mines. Or even in the bee cave. I'm quite happy with it. I just ran these like branches of the dark oak fence with a few gates and stuff in there as well, all along through it, and then just draped all the leaves around it. I tried to bring in the oak and the spruce throughout, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. So that is just our little greenhouse upgrade, nothing too fancy over there. And then we can come on around the corner, and I ended up spending way longer on this build than I was planning to. But just over here is our little banner making shop. Hang on, let me let me get a bit further away so you can see it better. It's very colorful, and I know it stands out a lot right now, but I think it's adorable. I love it anyway. I just wanted clotheslines and banners everywhere, and it's got this little flag on top which goes that way because that's the way the wind would be going, I suppose, because my Fletcher's Keep banner goes that way. So I just tried to line them both up, and we've got all these little flags and banners scattered around. And I actually did quite a bit of bushwork and brought in a few of these tiny custom trees that I only started adding to the town recently, and I think I want to bring in a lot more of just these super easy, simple ones. Nothing too difficult about them, but they really add a lot, and it feels so lush and vibrant here. Wait, let me show you it from this side. We've got this nice little arch as well that we get to walk under. I really wanted, and I also just really love that right there. I love that you come out of the side gate, even from like right over here, you get this little pop of the building in there. Like, it feels quite closed in, and you're like surrounded by the glory of first light, which is exactly what I was going for. And you get to come into the docks area now by going underneath this little hanging line of the banners. We've got more of them on little like cloth lines scattered throughout the place. We've got our little market stall, and I did change up that sign design piece. I moved the signs upwards onto the barrels themselves and brought some buttons in underneath. Nothing too fancy happening there. I've got a little wagon here with some of the crushed dyes that would be getting brought over from the greenhouse itself. I didn't put red in the wagon, so I put red over here instead. I'm not going to run back and show you. I did another little wagon over there, and that gave me the immense urge to go show you that. But I'm going to actually show you the banner shop, Balthazar's Banner Making, which the only thing it's currently missing is Balthazar himself. I think that's the perfect name for our little banner maker, and he's going to, of course, live and work in here. Oh, that does remind me, he'll be able to get out of this currently. What I think I'm going to do is just some like brown carpet and spruce trapdoors along this upper bit so he can't actually walk or get out. The lantern will block him here, the flower pot will block him there. It's just going to be these little sections that he can get over, so I will fix that up before I bring him in. And I just love how this floor came out and like really brings this whole section to life. I do need a bit more lighting over here. Actually, what shall I do? How do I want to further light this? I mean, I can just sit one there for now, but I kind of want to bring one down from the ceiling or something. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll do that for now. And this, I want it to be like the fully made custom banners in like the main customer areas. So currently I've just got, of course, the ominous banner up, but I want to do one of the sunflower ones from Susie and Jones, and then like Google and do a few more designs that I really like. And might even swap out some of these banners for other really cool banner designs. For now, none of them are patterned, but I definitely think I want to bring some in. And just over here by the shore as well, we brought in this tiny little cloth line with another little water bucket for dipping the cloth to hang them out when if you're like tie-dyeing or washing out sections of it. I think that's really cute. And up here, of course, as well, we did a clothesline to walk under because I just really enjoy that. I feel like this build really spread outwards just because I wanted to walk under some clotheslines, but you know what? I had a lot of fun with it. And these are the only two banner patterns I have currently, so they're right here, so the customer would be able to say, okay, you know, I think I want some orange and I want some green, and I think I really like the look of this pattern. You know, they'd be telling Balthazar all about the patterns and stuff they want on their fancy banners. And he'd be in here, he's got his scoop and he's scooping into all the dyes and mixing them up, and you know, he can come out here, dip them in his sink, and then stretch out the patterns here on his looms and hang everything up. It's all the most story I could give to it in terms of my own knowledge of banner making and things. And I also tried to include the 3 primary colors. I knew he was going to need his primary colors, so we've got red, yellow and blue, and where they've run into each other, of course, it's just the color in between. And I didn't do anything too fancy upstairs. We just have this little upper bed here. Balthazar's gonna have a pink bed because he's a legend like that. And we've just got a little bit of the carpet, another loom, and some flowers, storage, and a clock. And it is getting to be night, so I think it is time to sleep as well. But I really hope you've enjoyed what we were able to do today. Let me just, I think, a gorgeous place to finish this off. That's a nice view. That right there is a pretty nice view. So then I will turn around and we can be right here with this absolutely wild, colourful banner makers in the background. And I could tone it down, but I'm thinking I just add more colour to other areas so it doesn't stand out so much, and it will still work and be bright and colourful and fun. And I really did have a lot of fun designing and adding this piece to the town. So I really hope you've enjoyed your stay in First Light for today. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what your favorite bits were. Let me know what you think of the banner makers and the little greenhouse upgrade I did. And let me know what you're excited to see next, or if you want tutorials on anything. I'm always happy to hear from you. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.